Today we'll be going over perfect squares, and what you have to do is you have to look at your constant, which in this case is 169, and you have to look at your leading term, which is x squared, and you notice both of them are perfect squares. We know that a equals 1, therefore a squared equals 1, and we know that b squared is equal to 169. So a is the leading coefficient, it's 1. B is 13. So when you multiply the two, you should get the middle coefficient. So you have 2 times 1 times 13, that's going to be 26. And there it is, 26 is the middle coefficient. So all you have to do now is follow this formula. You notice it's a, and we know that a is 1. So it's x plus the value of b, which is 13, and it's squared. In this case, we have a leading coefficient of 9x squared, and we also have a constant of 16. We know that 3 squared gives you 9, and we know that 4 squared gives you 16. So 3 times 4 gives you 12, and I'm checking if this is a perfect square, and it is a perfect square. So now, since we have a minus, it's going to be 3x minus 4 raised to the second power. In other words, it's going to be 3x minus 4 times 3x minus 4. And if you wanted to see if it was a perfect square, you'd multiply, and you will see that it comes out to 9x squared minus 24x plus 16. Next, we have a difference of squares. We do know that this is a square. In fact, if I were to rewrite it, this would be 3x raised to the second power minus 36 is the same thing as saying 6 raised to the second power. And that's why it's called difference of two squares, because the first square is 3x raised to the second power, and the second square is 6x squared. So if you follow the formula, it's a, in this case, this value is a, so it's 3x minus b, b is 6. The first is going to be 3x is a, plus 6. Please make this correction. It should have been x cubed plus 27. And then, for example 3, we have x cubed minus 8. You know that the first term is x cubed. The first term is x cubed, and you know the second term, you gotta do some thinking. Is 27 something cubed? Yes, 27 is 3 to the third. So I'm going to rewrite this as x cubed plus 3 to the third power. You are going to be provided with formulas, and you look on the very top, you have sum of cubes. So to factor this type of a cubic equation, you need to identify the a. In this case, a is going to be x, because that's what we're raising to the third power. And b is going to be 3. That's what we're raising to the third power. And so you're going to use a formula. A cubed plus b cubed equals, in this case, it's a plus b, so it's x plus 3. And then what you're going to do, you're going to say x squared minus, and then a and b, you're going to multiply. X times 3 gives you 3x. and then the b you're going to square, so it's going to be plus 9. So let me rewrite it down here. We have x plus 3, because it's a plus b. You get a squared minus ab, which is 3x, plus 9. And so I'm going to go ahead and erase this here. So what are the factors of x cubed plus 27? The factors are down here, which is going to be x plus 3 times x squared minus 3x plus 9. For example 3, we know that a, in this case it's x, is raised to the third power. B, we need to figure out what b is going to be. We know that 8 is the same as 2 to the third power, so this is actually, if I were to rewrite it, it'd be x to the third power minus 2 to the third power. And we know now that a, in this case, is x, and we know that b is actually 2. So now we're just going to follow the formula that's on the very top, where it says about difference of cubes. It's going to be a minus b. In this case, it's x minus 2. And we know that a is going to be raised to the second power, so it's x squared. Plus, we're going to multiply a and b, which we get 2x. And then b, you're going to square it, which is going to be plus 4. And here are the factors.